Welcome back to the Friends Without Benefits podcast, where we talk about movies, games, and anything in between. I'm your host, Kalen, and with me is my co host, Jeremy.
Hi.
Today, we're going to be talking about Spider Man Brand New Day.
Finally, it came out
Woo!
after all these years. For anybody who thinks it might be a little tired because it is 4 in the morning for us right now. We saw it at midnight, and we just got home to record this.
Yeah, it's a late one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Um, so we're going to start off with our ratings of the movie overall without getting into spoilers yet. So, forewarning, we're going to be going into spoilers pretty
Yeah.
soon here.
I'm gonna guess that we're gonna stop ourselves for the rating, and then after that, we're probably just gonna
Yes. After the
go right
rating,
into
we're
spoilers.
going all in.
Yeah.
So there's your warning.
Yeah.
And you'll probably get multiple others throughout it because clips. So
Right.
all right. All right. So you can go ahead. What would you rate the movie 1 out of 10?
I'd give it like a 7 or 7.5 out of 10. Maybe I'm leaning more towards a 7.5. It was fun and enjoyable. I mean, like I had a fun time watching it, but
Yeah.
I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was a movie that was needed. The action scenes I think were really. I feel like they could have done without it in reality. But action scenes were cool and unique. I thought the involvement of the Punisher was great. I love anything Punisher. I thought the great interactions between him and Spider-Man really fun to watch. Um, I do think he was a little more chipper though than usual. Have you seen the Punisher shows? Anything else? They made him a little bit more upbeat, but obviously they did that on purpose. Story was all right, okay, but nothing really to rave about. That's about it for me.
Okay. I uh I was leaning towards an 8, but the more I thought about it on the ride home, the more I was disappointed with the movie. It
Okay.
was pretty overhyped compared to what I saw, and I was very excited for the movie, like super
Hmm.
excited, as you can see.
He bought it.
Popcorn bucket. Um, but yeah, like you said, I just feel like it's kind of a nothing burger of a movie. Like
Yeah.
obviously there was some things for the future. It
Right.
was more like a stepping stone
Yeah.
for the future of Spider-Man and the MCU in a way.
Hmm.
Um, there was some cool shots. I liked. uh, I would say that Spider-Man isn't the main character of this movie. New York City is. Uh,
That's a good interpretation. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
yeah, I felt like they really nailed the city and the web swinging. They did a good job with that.
I love the web swinging.
It felt very reminiscent of Insomniac's games with the
Yeah.
parkour and stuff. Like they definitely took heavy inspiration from that, even overall in fight scenes and stuff, I would say.
Right.
Uh, but on the other hand, yeah, they kind of messed with the Punisher's character a little too much for
Hmm.
my liking. Um, I do. I can't say that. Uh, um, yeah, I'd probably go with. If I was being generous, I would give it a 7.5 as well. But I'm gonna go with a 7.
Okay.
Uh, I'm too let down by what I wanted in the movie that wasn't there.
Hmm.
So yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bad movie. I would definitely say go see it. But yeah, it's not my type of Spider-Man movie that I look forward to. So all right, okay, now we're on to major spoilers.
Before that, can I just talk about real quick about it does seem like they took heavy inspiration from the Insomniac games. Like when I was watching the movie, the way he, like you said, like he was swinging, he kind of looked like he was doing tricks in the air,
He
stuff
was
like
yeah, it's
that.
cracking his knuckles when he's swinging
Yeah,
around.
it really felt like these guys love the games, or like we got to incorporate how he swings. It felt like he
Tom
was
Holland
swinging.
did say he was playing Spider-Man 2
Yeah,
like during the night at some point, so
and I love that. I thought it made his
I
swinging
agree.
much cooler than just the basic, grabbing and swinging straight.
Yeah.
Toby does that a lot, but really cool.
The I would just off topic a tiny bit but on topic. Um I was rewatching some VFX artists talking about the original Spider-Man movies, and I noticed that like the CGI used for Toby's movies originally, when he's swinging, there really is no like weight behind his swings. It just, like you said, he's just moving in a straight line or whatever. It just
Yeah.
doesn't look natural. They really nailed it in this movie, making it look natural.
Well,
Like
because they did it for real.
yeah, but the Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2 also did it really well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, he really swing. Like he did
Yeah, I
swing.
know. I know.
Okay.
Like who was it? The guy beforehand, the director before um
We.
for the MCU trilogy before this one.
Oh, I don't remember his name.
Well, he said that
Unfortunately.
you shouldn't uh have Spider-Man swinging from a rope. Uh
And then they
and
did that.
yeah, and then they did it
Yeah.
and it looked amazing.
I think his name
So,
is something Watts.
I don't want to say James.
Yeah,
It's
but.
not. Okay. Now spoilers, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. This is the biggest one. Do you think Jean Grey needed to be in this movie?
For if I was a Marvel executive, yes. If I'm an everyday watcher, no. So what I have that I wrote down right after the movie. I feel like this movie was made specifically to introduce an X-Men character, and they chose Jean Grey. I feel like the writers, the directors, maybe even Tom Holland himself, they had an idea of what they wanted to do. As you can tell from or spoiler for Jean Grey, holy shit! But as you can tell from the post-credit scene where they introduced the being in space, another Spider-Man was spotted, which is most likely Venom. I'm gonna guess that's what they wanted to do originally, but then you had some execs are like, shit, we got Doomsday in like we got Doomsday in 2 years. We haven't introduced an X-Men character yet. We got to do it somehow. And they're looking through their movie list. They're like, oh, Spider-Man Brand New Day is right before Doomsday, where we have all the X-Men.
Yeah.
Let's plop one in there so the audience has an understanding of what an X-Men character is. So when they actually all full-fledged go in, we know what's going on. I really feel like they made this movie just to introduce X-Men.
That's what bothered me the most about the movie. I
Yeah,
liked her character. It just felt it like again, I said, it doesn't feel like a Spider-Man focused movie. It
yeah,
feels like it's focused on every other character more than him for half the movie.
right.
Like in the beginning, it focuses on him and his depression and what
Yeah,
he's going through. And then about a halfway mark, it switches over to being about Jean more so. And like they touched a little bit on the Hulk's trauma again of
right.
losing control. But yeah, I don't I just wish that it's hard to say because like I liked her character, but I don't think she belonged in this movie. I thought this was going to be a fresh start for Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and it didn't feel like a fresh start. It felt like we were retreading the same problems that he had before with MJ and
Mm-hmm.
Ned. I thought we were done with that. Like I knew she was in the movie, but I thought he was going to be like, okay, I need to move on and
Yeah, right.
grow, and he
I have
can't do
this
that if he's stuck in the past.
I have something exactly to say about that too, but yeah, it seems like they used this movie to introduce her. They could have introduced her in any other like she didn't need to be in Spider-Man to be introduced. The only thing that was working was that
He could get past it
she couldn't use her telepathy against him,
because his
and that
spider
was
senses.
yeah, but I don't know if they just wrote that if that's comic accurate or they just wrote that into the movie.
Um, well, I think it does make sense because in No Way Home, they when he's fighting Doctor Strange, his body is still moving and stuff, even though his
Yeah, true.
astral projection is out
Yeah,
of his body. So he is immune-ish to those types of things.
right. But basically, what I'm getting at is why not just give her her own movie? Like, I don't understand why Marvel has to wait for Doomsday and Secret Wars to do X-Men movies. We already know they're coming. Why not just do a couple movies to introduce them?
Yeah,
Like
I
it,
also think they could have just waited till after Doomsday and Secret Wars to introduce us to this new team of X-Men because that's where they're heading now. It's
right?
not gonna
Yeah,
she's not gonna be with the original 2000 movies X-Men. It'd be super weird.
yeah. Unless it's heavily introduces Doomsday and Secret Wars somehow. I don't understand why you wouldn't do the Venom route because Venom is so important to Secret Wars. Why you're not gonna have enough time in Doomsday to do a whole
Yeah,
Spider-Man
they're
arc of
not.
him with Venom. You're just not gonna be able to do that. So I don't understand why
That's
not
why I'm
introduce
so
Venom.
disappointed in this movie because
It truly
I
makes no
was
sense.
100% expecting Venom. They were like VMAX,
Yeah, the whole VMAX shit was crazy. And then
freaking baiting me the
as
entire movie.
as soon as I heard VMAX, I look over at Kayla and I'm like, it's Venom. It's
I'm
V
like
for Venom.
100%.
Yeah. And then she looks up and it's a vent.
Yeah, I totally care about G Grey's sister, not fucking Venom. Thank you.
It's just like he's so important to Secret Wars. I really don't understand why they didn't go that route. It boggles my mind. This better be important as fuck to Doomsday, or else I don't get the point.
Yeah, I'm getting very sick of them having these post-credit scenes that are just like cool concepts and then they just never do anything with them. It's like, what's the fucking point? Why are we waiting here for an extra 15 minutes
Yeah.
if it has nothing to do with the next
Well,
movie
well,
ever?
well. Let's introduce Venom, which is probably going to be used for Spider-Man 4 or 5. I mean,
No,
Spider-Man
I'm saying
5.
they did it in No Way Home, and then there's like, oh, well, that never happened.
Would they? Would they do No
He
Way
left
Home?
a piece of the symbiote behind.
Oh yeah. Because yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Because if it's coming down from space now,
Just doesn't make any
that's sim-
sense.
yeah. They kind of just unless this is not Venom that's in the space.
Okay. This was a question for later, but I looked it up after, and people are speculating that it's either Toby or it's most likely Toby Maguire's Spider-Man, uh, interacting with Doctor Doom and all that. So, because there's speculation that he's going to be in the Iron Spider costume from the comic Civil War, that
But
suit.
how do you get there?
Uh, yeah, how everyone else is. He could just be along with the Fantastic Four or someone, you know.
He would have to be. Like you said, he had to be in their interview. It would have to be Toby or Andrew. Why are we so certain that it's Toby?
I was blanking on Andrew's name for a second.
Oh,
I'm just tired.
it'd have to be Toby or Andrew. That's in like the X Men universe. But yeah, I guess it potentially could not be Venom since Venom's not technically Spider Man.
Yeah. So I took it as it's just showing that Tom is going out to Battle World or wherever in his next thing,
Well,
because
no, it
he
wouldn't be Tom, but
disappears. Well, he disappears off the map. It turns into an X on his logo,
oh, it
and then
does.
yeah, I'm pretty sure, and then it shows another one out in space, like he just
Oh,
teleported. That's how I took it personally.
but Ned was saying he's like it's another Spider Man.
Did he? Did he say that?
Yeah, he said it's
Oh,
another.
huh. Oh, well, I guess my theory's wrong.
Well, yeah, I guess it could be Venom. I want to talk about the point that you just mentioned about if you want to talk more about it before I do, about them using Ned and MJ. Your thoughts
Um,
about using them?
I think it was very silly for them to erase Peter's memories from everybody, and then very next movie, everyone just gets it back that was close to him. It's just weird. It
Well,
feels like it was a cop out.
he got Ned at the very end somehow. Don't understand that whatsoever. Yeah, you got a way. I feel like I don't know. I guess who's closer, Ned or MJ with him, but
Probably not.
a more romantic bond between him and MJ. And MJ is like, I don't remember a single thing. Don't remember what happened when Jean Grey did that. Don't remember
I
anything
don't
in the
know
past.
you.
And then they do a handshake, and he knows everything now. Or unless, I guess they didn't specify he knows everything, but they kind of insinuated that.
Okay, let me reiterate. I don't think that in Spider-Man Brand New Day that they should have revealed Peter's identity to quite literally every single
Everybody,
character.
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Like the Punisher, Jean Grey,
right.
uh, MJ, Ned, because she immediately like yells out his name for some reason. Peter,
Yeah,
like
right.
what? I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way, and it was like, hmm, does that mean the last movie was pointless too? Kinda.
Well, Jean makes sense. Punisher
Yeah,
makes sense because he shot him, but for MJ and Ned, I feel like he shouldn't have revealed his identity to either of them.
yeah. Oh, and the Hulk. The Hulk also finds out.
Does he?
Yeah, because he looks at him and he's like, friend? And he's like, ah.
Did he? It wasn't. Didn't Peter say that we're friends, and then Hulk said friends?
Yeah, I
Because
think
he
he
had his
said it's
mask.
me, Peter.
Did he? Oh.
Pretty sure.
Oh yeah, because the Hulk wouldn't have lost his memory.
Yeah. So,
What? So yeah, to add on to your thing, I don't want to. I didn't want to make noise. Um, yeah, it's a non-important Spider-Man movie, meaning like it didn't further anything specific. It only a character
just character
development that was
growth. Yeah.
character growth or development that was made was specifically made for this movie, and he grew because of this movie. Like it didn't add on from the previous movies. They just created it for this movie. Oh my god, specifically. And it end like it's a tight little box. Okay, how it ended, and then after this movie, if you cut this out, nothing changed. Nothing changed because he come back to the same person he fucking was. It did involve him trying to deal with like him losing his girlfriend, his best friend, and trying to live alone, and he's like he can't live without them. But I thought No Way Home was a perfect ending for MJ and Ned.
Yeah, that
I
story
truly,
was
yeah,
finished.
yeah, I truly thought it was finished. That's the end of a trilogy. This is the start of potentially a new
Brand
trilogy.
new day.
Yes, yeah, exactly. In the title, new trilogy. I thought they would have, introduced Harry or Gwen or Mary Jane at least, like one of
Black
them to
Cat.
be.
Someone.
Yeah, yeah. Like we're on movie. We just finished movie 4. We're gonna be on movie 5 now. We like, come on, guys. We should get Gwen at least. We should get Harry. Or Mary Jane or Black Cat, like you said. Like we need these other characters in here. We had it instead of Punisher. Had to have it should have been Black Cat. Just give us Black Cat instead. Why not do
Yeah,
that?
I
I
agree.
don't understand with them holding on to these old characters. We had our fill with Ned and MJ. I really liked how they ended it. They should have moved on.
This is how I'm feeling right now after watching this. I personally, I love Tom Holland. He's my favorite Spider-Man. But I feel like we just need a reset and
No,
just do it simple.
I
Stay out
don't
of the
think
MCU.
I don't
Uh,
think we need a reset.
I miss just having like a 1v1 with Green Goblin or fighting the Sinister Six, like his villains. I don't want him fighting everyone else's villains. Yeah, he can be part of that in the grand scale of things, but it just gets very redundant to not see him, I don't know, be street level, but then also like have that cosmic stuff come into play, like Venom, where it's his solo thing. I don't want someone else to tag along on every single one of his
Right. That's why.
movies.
Yeah. That's why I said before. The last episode talking about Spider-Man is they have a problem with Spider-Man always being with somebody else.
Yeah.
Punisher
It's like
didn't.
they
I
missed
mean,
out on it for so long, so now they have to do it in every
yeah.
single thing.
I mean, Punisher didn't really like help him that much. He was just kind of just
No,
like,
fucking shot him.
yeah. But well, I'm talking about like with the Hulk fight.
Oh
Like
yeah.
this was the movie he probably had the least amount of help with out of all of them. Actually,
Um
maybe Far From Home probably was the one. Far From Home was like a Spider-Man movie. He didn't have any help. He was by himself.
yeah. Well, he did have the suit, if you want to count that.
That's all he had though. He didn't have any other heroes with him,
Happy,
dude.
but
I thought
yeah.
like let's see when he goes when he maybe they want to have MJ and Ned in here. Okay, when he goes to their party, maybe Harry's there, or Mary Jane or something, and he starts talking to them, and then just replace Punisher with Black Cat, and we're good to go.
All they had to show at me to be happy was two things. Either Oscorp or the symbiote. That's all it took. And then I would have probably rated this movie like a 9 or a 10.
Do you
But the
think?
fact that it didn't involve any major plots like that for the future of the franchise disappointed me.
Do you think like Sony is stopping them from using these
That's what I'm
things?
feeling like. That's why I was actually thinking about saying that. I'm so sick of Sony. They can get the fuck out and just give Marvel and Disney Spider
Okay,
Man.
well, we don't know for sure that they are, but it kind
No,
of feels that way. It kind of feels that way that
Sony
they're like
sucks
that they're that they're just like not allowing them to use these properties for some reason. I can't think of any other way they wouldn't have used it.
because their Venom movies failed, so they don't want it to
No,
succeed under the.
I'm saying I don't know. any other reason why Marvel wouldn't have used them yet. So the only thing I can think of is just Sony's not allowing them to.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm agreeing
Yeah.
with you. I'm saying that Sony's verse failed so hard that they don't want to get shown up by Marvel.
Yeah, right. Dude,
So,
they gotta use it eventually. Come on.
so you would say it's a giant missed opportunity that they didn't put the
Oh yeah,
symbiote
for
in this
sure.
movie.
Especially with the start of a new trilogy. You should have new characters for a new trilogy. It's kind of the point.
Yep.
Brand new day. Brand new
They pretty
day.
much like they gave Peter in this movie the symbiote strength and powers without actually having
Yeah,
the
right.
symbiote. It was
Hmm.
like a cop out. Again, like this movie is just filled with cop outs. We'll get more into it, but
But they did kind of maybe not. I was gonna say they did kind of make like hit hard pretty home that MJ is not gonna be with Peter anymore. She says she doesn't remember anything. But then on the rooftop, she's like thinking about it, holding her
yeah,
necklace.
yeah, cop out again.
Yeah,
Think you proved
they
my
could
point.
be they could be still in the movie. Just let him be with Gwen or something.
Yeah, they can show up in a cameo or something.
Yeah, exactly. Not hours worth. Pat oh hey Ned, and then
Yeah.
walks away.
I feel like they got a little too much screen time in this movie.
Yeah, I do 100% agree. That's like we talked about before
Like
that
I'm
they should.
saying, even in this story that they told, they didn't need to have that amount of
Um,
screen time.
yeah.
Um, do you think they were scared to turn him into Man Spider fully?
If that's is that kind of what the story is?
Yes,
Yeah, because he's going
100%.
full arachnid, right? It didn't. Yeah, dude, it's like a little bit. I feel like you can't do it without it being a little too gruesome or scary.
Well, the animated series did it pretty well, from '97.
Okay,
So
but imagine what that would look like live action.
that's fine. They do creepy ass shit in Marvel all the time. I don't think that would be a problem. But
Uh,
I just
mm,
think people don't really love the idea of that. So, especially for a 2 hour, 2.5 hour long movie, if that's going to take up like 30% of the story or half of it, then it just might feel like a wasted amount of time and dedication to something that we only get every four
yeah,
to 5 years.
I truly don't want to see Man Spider.
I don't
I thought
know.
it was cool in like Spider Noir, but nah, I don't want to see that for like a main Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, I'm good. So,
Uh,
uh,
I was gonna say that another thing I wanted to point out is I felt like I felt like a lot of characters were thrown in here for trailer bait. It like every I was thinking back in my head like every major fight scene was in the trailer. You had the Hulk, which was in it for 2 minutes for that one fight in the damage control tower. You had the Hand, which was in it for 2 minutes in the prison, and we saw both of those in the trailer.
yeah.
I think I may have seen. I gotta watch back all the trailers that they made for Brand New Day. I think the full hand fight in the prison is in almost the full thing is in there, or at least the beginning and end of it, because
They
you
also
had the
show him
beginning.
fighting the guards right before that.
Yeah, you're right. They did in the trailer when the stretching scene. Because in the trailer it shows him breaking the sword, and then I think trailer 2 that came out a while ago, it showed him do the spin thing when he
Yeah.
dived down and got them all. Like what the fuck we why have Hulk in here if he's barely in here? I don't get that. Such
I
a big reveal that Hulk comes back and then he's gone again.
I think they did an awesome design job for everything in this movie, like costume wise or like
Oh yeah.
Hulk's look. Like when he's giant like that, that's awesome. That's the
Oh
Hulk
yeah.
that I've always
Yeah, yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, so when they use the characters, they use them amazing. Hulk with his like they use his clap. They made him scary. They made him like this huge brooding force and then he's gone. The Hand,
Yeah.
true ninja, they were not like that at all in Daredevil, and I loved the way that they were fighting in Brand New Day with them hopping around each other and basically floating. I thought that was sick. But then again, they're gone immediately.
Yeah. I'm also disappointed that Daredevil wasn't in it. I was really expecting him to be in it.
Yeah. I thought the prison scene was in an actual prison, but it was like in a makeshift prison in this damage
Yeah.
control area.
I
But
thought
it
I
oh
thought when the Punisher stopped to get the sniper, I thought he was stopping to pick up Daredevil. I was like,
no,
here we go.
yeah, let's go, man. No, it would have made sense for Daredevil to be in that prison still though, because it's a damage control prison. they take superhero abilities and they learn from them and try to
Yeah,
replicate them. Daredevil is in prison. They could have just
enhanced
had it that they
senses.
yeah, they could just had it that they transferred him to one of their damage control prisons and were trying to figure out
Learn
how to
how
use the
to
sentence.
use super braille.
Yeah, but but again, a missed opportunity. What are we doing? What are we
See,
fucking
we're
doing?
complaining that there was, I feel, like a Spider-Man 3 problem where there's too much going
Yeah,
on, not
100%
enough
is.
time for each person, but then we're asking for more people. I think that some people
I'm
should
asking
have been
for
replaced with
different.
these other, yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking
I
for
just want to
different people.
reiterate that for people that are
Yeah.
watching. So,
So yeah,
yeah.
well, yeah. They did have a Spider-Man 3 problem with adding too many characters, but the characters we're asking for, you can take out some. I don't think we needed Hulk. I don't think
I don't
like
even think we really needed Punisher.
I know. That's just, we could have replaced Punisher with Black Cat.
Yeah.
Like yeah, and if you wanted to have replace Hulk's quick scene with like Daredevil's prison scene, and I would have been fine with that.
I agree. I think Daredevil would have worked better working with Spider-Man than Punisher, personally.
Yeah, yeah. They both have the same mindset. So,
Yeah.
but I did like the duo between them fighting. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, it was. But at the same time, like we said, they nerfed his character quite a bit when it came to his vulgarity and
Yeah.
brutality for this movie. So if you're gonna do that, leave him out. Yeah, leave him out. It works for Deadpool because, like we said in another episode, he can make a joke out of it.
Right.
It's not part Punisher's character.
hmm And yeah, they did have a Spider-Man 3 problem of introducing too many characters, but that's not necessarily a problem if you use them correctly. No Way Home had a shit ton of characters, and they used a lot of them correctly in my opinion, except for the lizard. I mean, he was in it for like maybe 2 minutes, but other than that, I feel they did a good job with all the characters they threw in there. This one, not so much.
See, the thing that I want the most from a Spider-Man movie, and I know I keep glazing Insomniac's games. I'm specifically talking about the first Insomniac Spider-Man. The second one's kind of meh to me personally.
Okay.
Um, I want an ending fight scene to be like on par with the Doc Ock fight from the first game. That was the best Spider-Man fight I've ever seen.
You want every fight to be that emotional?
It should be for the finale of a movie that we get to see fucking every half decade. Like, come on.
No Way Home was pretty emotional.
Yeah. I would say No Way Home was like the only one that compares out of the trilogy. Well, yeah. No. No, I'm
I
wrong.
thought Far From Home was really good
Yeah,
too
Far
with
From Home was
it.
pretty good too. Okay. Still, Doc Ock was a better fight than all of them. I think that this movie missed
hmm
that impactful
Right.
ending. Like he took the bullet for Jean, but other than that, it was like, did he really fight the hand that much? He got
Yeah.
stabbed and then spun a web. It's like, eh.
And how many people truly know he's Spider-Man now after getting surgery in that hospital?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, he's just in here buck naked. Like, what's going on?
How many nurses and doctors had to take an oath to not fucking say
Yeah,
anything?
it's just regurgitating the same problem that ended up causing all the events of the
Yeah,
last
right,
two movies.
exactly. Yeah.
All right. So do you think that MJ do you think it was silly for him to bring the note to where MJ was staying?
I forgot why he had it in the first place with him.
I you know, I don't even think he did cuz Jean had it inside of his apartment and he took her there and it never showed him going back to his apartment to get the note because he was like Jean was saying, "Oh, keep it in a coffee cup or something." Remember?
Yeah, you're right. She was reading it. When when she was in his apartment, he never went back to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that is really odd that he just unless I mean, it showed him
He
have a shit ton
stopped
of
there.
it showed him have a bunch of his own equipment in Punisher's boat, so I think it was implied that he went back to grab all of his stuff to work on his and he just so happened to
I
grab his
guess
letter.
they could have explained that a little better, but yeah.
But yeah, it was a little bit I forgot I can't I'm blanking on the word what for plot convenience. It was a bit more plot convenience that he just happened to have it there and he left it there on the table and she read it. He didn't ultimately choose for himself if he wanted to tell her. I know she did say it's not my it's my choice to make, but he ultimately didn't get to decide if he wanted to tell her or not because she just ended up reading it herself. He didn't make the
Yeah.
decision himself,
So
which was kind of the whole
technically,
point.
she forced that onto him.
Yeah, right. That's technically the whole point was him deciding if he should do it or not, and then it just happens for him. It's like, oh, guess I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah. I was a little put off by that. And then she's just like, I don't love you. And then he's sitting there
Well,
crying.
just being honest. I mean, she doesn't remember anything about him, so how
Well, at
could she?
least try.
What do you mean? She doesn't know the guy, so
I
why
don't
would she?
care. Obviously, she did in some form of life or reality.
Well, I think her sitting on the rooftop at the end is her faintly probably remembering stuff about him.
Maybe. Well, do you think that this is Tom Holland's best movie?
Mm, Spider-Man movie. I really like him as Spider-Man. I really like. I didn't have a problem with him in this movie.
I don't either.
I think Far From Home might be his best.
I
He's
agree.
Yeah, I think he was really good in Far From Home.
People really hate that movie.
I don't understand why. It was fun. He was by himself. It had the charm of Homecoming and then the action of what I wanted from a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, especially
And
that
the
final
emotional
fight scene was
depth.
awesome when he's
Yeah,
dodging all the drones.
yeah. And the emotional depth of him finally um uh fuck, what am I trying to say?
Coming to terms with
Yeah,
not
coming to terms
having
with Iron
a
Man dying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that this is my favorite version of his Spider-Man in this movie. It's not my favorite movie or story of him, but I like how he moves around now. I like how he has his quips better.
I see what you're saying, yeah. He's very light on his feet and smooth with the way he swings now, the way he fights.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's
feels a
he's
lot
got his
more like
quips.
Spider-Man.
Right.
He didn't I when I think back on Tom Holland movies, I can't remember like in the top of my head him having more than one sentence of dialogue every like 5 minutes.
Mm,
That's what I think. So in this movie, it felt like I got what I wanted out of his
yeah.
character. It just I didn't get the plot points that I wanted out of
Right.
this movie.
I agree with that. I get that. I totally understand that. And fuck all of you online who be blowing up our comment sections now for our old Spider-Man videos. Everybody was calling us crazy that we love Tom Holland, calling us that we're dumbasses, and then now we have new people in those comment sections talking about Tom Holland's the greatest. Of course, you glazers are now saying that bandwagoners after this movie comes out.
It always happens. Every form of
We've got
art.
at least like I think we've got at least like five between 5 and 7 new comments
Yeah,
about
and
how
everyone's
Tom
trying to
Holland's the great.
spoil it for us. They're like,
Yeah, what the
"Oh, you
fuck?
guys guessed it right. Oh, you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
watch the movie."
So I gotta tell you that. So the thing I have to read this comment now. So the comment was on the one the video about you thinking that he's gonna turn into Venom
Yeah.
or he's gonna die and turn into Venom in Secret Wars. Let's see what you said. Let's see what he said here. He fucking deleted his comment. The motherfucker deleted a comment. Never
Well,
mind.
I just saw some people saying that we were on the right track of what's gonna happen, and when he got shot, I was like, "Yep, there it is. Here
Yeah,
comes Venom."
I thought he was gonna die, and then he
I
didn't.
mean,
Yeah, dude,
to my
motherfucker deleted
knowledge,
his
that's
comment.
not how it happens in the comics, and I've said that in the other episode, about Doomsday. He Craven kills him in one of the comics, and then he crawls out of the grave in the symbiote suit.
Yeah, but why does it have to be Craven?
It doesn't have to. I was just saying that that's not how it happens, so I shouldn't have been mad that that's not what
Oh,
happens.
okay.
But I'm still mad.
But they kind of baited you with him getting shot and him falling.
And VMAX. VMAX was such a
Yeah.
bait. And then they focus on the vault like, what's VMAX? It's a
Yeah,
fucking
right.
heating unit.
when the vault was just a panic room.
And then they showed some like alien heads inside the vault, and I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. What was the point of that? I forgot about that.
I don't know. I really hope that it was Venom on the end credits. If not, I'm just gonna be disappointed for Secret Wars. That's mostly what I'm hyped about. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie. I haven't. We've seen Venom and Spider Man one time, and it wasn't even that good. If I'm gonna be honest.
I want to see
So
Marvel handle Venom. They have not been able
yes,
to handle him yet.
just let me make the Spider Man movies. Come on. I'll
You're
write
right,
you a good
dude.
script.
I completely forgot about the alien head. I wonder what that's about. I completely forgot that was the thing.
Yeah. You have to watch the Easter egg YouTubers after
Yeah,
this
yeah.
that point out like everything that
Right.
moves.
I think I can remember the comment a little bit. It was on the video of Secret Wars. You said he dies in Tristan Venom. I swear the guy said, "I hate to be the bearer of good news," and then I stopped reading it after that. And I thought that meant that you were right about him dying and turning into Venom, but fucker deleted his comment.
Oh, well, the spoiler I saw originally was on X. I saw Sadie Sink's character, with her darker red hair than normal as an actress. So I was like, oh, is she Mary Jane?
She did have
Because,
her red hair in this, though.
huh? Yeah, but it was like darker than normal, like in Stranger Things, and just her walking around and stuff.
That just means she's M. Dave's just darker.
Yeah, I mean, MJ's hair is usually like very red, and that's how it looked. So I was thinking, oh, it's either MJ or Jean Grey. And I was leaning more towards MJ, uh, just from interviews I watched and how she talked, because she was very good at keeping it a secret.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, because obviously the MJ in the movie is not Mary Jane, it's Michelle Jones. So I was thinking
yeah.
that they could
Uh,
bring in Mary Jane or something.
it's kind of hard to hide Jean Grey being in this with when everybody saw the trailers about the mind, um,
Hmm.
what's it,
Mind jumping, telekinesis.
telekinesis, about her doing that. Like everybody thought from the start it was Jean Grey, and like it's kind of obvious, so that wasn't like a big reveal. Like when I saw it, it kind of just get like, oh, we're right, like it's Jean Grey. It wasn't like what, but I did like about Jean Grey is that they used her. We haven't really seen her use her telekinesis powers before, have we? In the X-Men movies, did she really use them?
A little bit, yeah.
Like to yeah, she used it to like Jedi mind
Logan,
for it. Like
she
Jedi
used it
mind
against
trick.
Logan to like levitate him when his skin's burning off and stuff.
Yeah. But did she use it to take over people's bodies like that before? I don't think we've ever seen that
I
before.
don't I don't remember the X-Men movies that well, but it was either that or 97, the animated show,
Hmm.
where her actually it might be the reboot uh X-Men universe where they're younger, where she's in someone's mind with Charles Xavier, and
She's
then
in Apocalypse's mind. They go
is
in
that what it
together.
is? Is
Yeah.
that when the building blows up? Or is that Days of Future Past?
When the building blows up.
When the Academy, the X-Men's
Um,
base, and then
um, um,
Quicksilver
um,
has that moment.
yeah, that is Apocalypse.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, she uses her telekinesis to go in
you're
his
right.
mind with that part.
But I guess they didn't use it as they made it a main power for her in this.
Oh
In the
yeah.
X-Men movies, they didn't really make it that important.
I liked what they did with her character and I liked her powers. I thought it was
Yeah,
cool and how they expanded on it and like
right.
because originally she's kind of like I want to say weak. Obviously not. She can mind
She's
control the fucking
crazy
Hulk,
powerful. Yeah, what do you mean?
but like not to the scale that you think of when you think of the Phoenix.
I don't know. The
So
movies kind of portrayed her very powerful.
I'm saying in this movie.
Oh! I thought you meant just we've never seen her powerful
No,
before.
no. I'm saying in the beginning half of this movie, her powers are kind of tame and like, okay, she can mind control like one
Yeah,
person at a time. And then by the end of the movie, she is like, boom,
yeah.
Phoenix level.
She controls like I think it was 1 kilometer. I don't know. I don't know, but it was really far. And speaking of that, bro, New York City's turning into fucking Gotham at this point, dude.
I was
Holy
thinking that I
shit.
was like the Century, Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Like, why would you live in New York City at
Yeah.
that point?
The first Avengers battle. Like, yeah, dude, it's literally Gotham City now. Everything bad happens there. Get out of New York City. It's insane.
I don't know.
Uh I felt like I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, now I want you to rank where you'd put this movie, Brand New Day.
Out of every single
Out
Spider-Man
of the
movie,
Spider-Man movies, yeah.
every single one.
Just like where would you put this now? Like think of where you put the other Spider-Man movies before and where would you fit this in?
Okay, I'll just do a quick speed run. I could be wrong on one of these. I'm gonna go worst to best. Amazing
Okay.
Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, or no, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man, Homecoming, uh, No Way Home, Spider-Man 2, Far From Home. Wait, I completely forgot to rank this movie. Jesus.
Restart.
Okay. Amazing Spider-Man 2. What did I put after that? I'm all confuzzled. Okay, I would just put this movie in between, I would say, No Way Home and Spider-Man 2. I would say it's right in between those two.
Wow, you have it pretty high up.
Yeah,
I think I might have it in my yeah, I think I might have it in my fourth slot.
that's about where I would put it.
Yeah, fourth or fifth slot. I think it's like mid-tier Spider-Man movie for me. Not really bad, not one of the greats. You know, it's just
I
somewhere
would
in
say
between
it's
there.
on the iceberg of being in the greats. As much as we shit on it, it's a good movie. I feel like I have to
Yeah,
watch it a second time to be able to, like, when I'm more awake, to
right.
like fully take it all in, because
Yeah,
so much was going on and
yeah,
I was hyped.
it was a fantastic movie. Just I think they were forced to do something they probably didn't want to do. If I were to take that from the movie, it like I don't think the director of this movie could have went up to Feige and be like, I want to use Jean Grey. Like I feel like he can't make that decision. I feel like
Yeah.
they told him I want you to use an X-Men
That's how it
character.
feels with all Marvel movies. Like, they hire a director, the director has a vision, but then they give him these specific big moments that need to happen in those movies to
Yeah,
continue on to the next movie. And it kind of hurts a lot of Marvel movies that they need to have those things in them
right.
from the executives or whatever.
And it's
Just to,
funny. It's funny how they forced them to use Jean Grey in this, yet it's kind of an unneeded movie.
yeah.
That's
I
just
think it it's hard to say, because if Venom doesn't show up, then I feel like I'm gonna be very disappointed for Doomsday and Secret Wars.
yeah, they gotta like speed the train up for Spider-Man, and like we said, they gotta introduce Gwen Stacy, they gotta introduce Harry if they ever do. They gotta introduce Oscorp, the Green Goblin. Where the fuck's Green Goblin? They gotta introduce Venom. They gotta introduce Miles Morales. I mean, Tom Holland's not gonna want to do this forever. He's
That's what
eventually
I'm
gonna have to get
saying. That's
replaced.
like, he
And
even said in interviews that he wants to be the one to introduce Miles into live action.
yeah, and
But I
before
feel
you,
like I still haven't gotten Peter's full story in the
yeah,
past 10
yeah,
years. It's like, come on.
before you introduce Miles, we gotta get some of these characters.
Yeah, it's
We
like,
gotta
we
get
need
Black
Harry.
Cat. Yeah, yeah,
I don't
like
need Ned. I need Harry.
anymore.
Like, Ned was funny in the first one or two movies, and then after that I was kind of like, he's not
I
going to
like to,
become the Hobgoblin.
yeah.
Let's move on.
uh, so yeah, I'd place it probably my fourth or fifth among other Spider-Man movies. I have a pretty hot take though. I have a
What's that?
genuine hot take. I think I think Spider-Man 2 is treated as some high echelon movie that nothing can compare it to. I feel like people glaze the fuck out of Spider-Man 2 way too much. I think it's a great movie, fantastic movie. But like I have different favorites of Spider-Man movies depending on what kind of mood I'm in. Like if I just want to watch like a fun coming of age movie, I'd prefer Homecoming. If I want to watch like
See, I don't
nostalgia,
like Homecoming.
I love Homecoming for the coming of age movie. That type of like fun high schoolish movie, but we got the Spider-Man aspect to it. Spider-Man 3, I watched for nostalgia. I love me some Spider-Man 3 because of growing up watching it all together or all the time. Um, and like for action, I loved No Way Home's action, so I'd watch No Way Home for it. Spider-Man 2 is a fantastic movie, but I just don't I feel like people think nothing will ever beat Spider-Man 2, and I don't understand it. I feel like people think Spider-Man 2 is better than any other movie ever made. I'm thinking like Spider-Man 2 is a superhero
Yeah,
movie.
it's overglazed.
Yeah. So compared to other movies, it falls way down the list compared to other movies like Interstellar or stuff like that. Like it's just
I
not
see what you're saying, but I would replace that with Spider-Man 1. I think the only good scene in Spider-Man 1 is the end fight. I think that's the only good part of the movie.
I
Everything
didn't even
else is
realize
pretty
you
bad.
when you before you messed up your list, you had Spider-Man 1 all the way down there, didn't you?
Yeah, as second last, yeah.
I love Spider-Man 1. I mean,
I love Spider-Man too.
I know you say it's pretty bad with the acting and
It's super
action scenes.
cheesy, and I get Spider-Man himself supposed to be cheesy, but every character in that movie is cheesy as fuck.
It's also made by Sam Raimi.
I know, and I love other Sam Raimi movies. I love The Evil Dead. It's one of my favorite franchises. It's just I don't like that specific movie. I like 2 and 3 way more than I like 1.
Mm. But I don't know, man. I think people overglaze Spider-Man 2 just to do it because everybody else does it. I feel like that's like it's like a combined consciousness of Spider-Man 2
Honk,
is the
honk,
greatest. Stop touching his penis,
honk,
bro.
honk. Do I get the powers now?
Like
Um,
I'd prefer this is crazy. I'd prefer to watch Spider-Man 3 just because I've watched it so much as a kid. I love that movie for how bad it is.
I could see that. I think Spider-Man 3 is the most rewatchable out of the
Yeah.
original 3, but I don't think it has the best story.
No, for sure. But I just love watching it.
I have a question. This is retaining to the other Spider-Man as well. Do you think Tom Holland's Spider-Man is now stronger than Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's?
1000%. 1000%. There's no doubt.
Do you?
Like they kind of just they showed you how powerful. They literally showed that he has more arachnid strength than the rest of them, and he was breaking swords when it was just hitting him. So
And
yes,
even when he was taking punches from the Hulk pretty well. Even like it didn't break his mask or anything. You know what I'm saying?
right. It's pretty
So
strong cloth, dude.
I guess did he take any battle damage like to his outfit throughout the movie?
Nah, his outfit
Other
was
than when his web shooters broke off and they had holes where his
that's pretty much about it. His costume was pretty perfect the whole time.
okay. Do you like the organic web shooters more than the
I
mechanical?
do, I do.
Yeah.
I always found it. I always found it kind of like you to turn your brain off in a way because like he's got just like unlimited fluid in his web shooters at all times. Like in all the Tasman movies and the first three Spider movies and Infinity War and Endgame, when he's in space in Infinity War, how is this motherfucker getting more web fluid? He just has an unlimited supply somehow.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you gotta have some disbelief there. I
Yeah,
like the web shooters for a specific reason, and it's kind of silly. Say that he gets into a fight with a very strong enemy, and there's been moments like this in comics and other mediums where his web shooters get broken, so he just has to fight hand to hand, and he is
right.
like struggling. Like that's my favorite moments in Spider-Man is when you see him struggling to beat someone, and then he finally does with his bare hands.
Yeah, proving that he doesn't need the web shooters.
Yeah,
He kind of did that in No Way Home. He fought Green Goblin twice without using his web shooters.
yeah, that's true. I
But yeah, I
can't
see what you're
remember.
saying.
Didn't Goblin body him kind of in the apartment complex when he slams him through the floor?
He was slamming Goblin through the floor.
Was that how it
It
was?
started off with I think it started off with Lizard throwing him off the balcony, and then he grabbed Goblin, and I mean he did use his webs to fling up to the ceiling, but then he did a spin and then dropped him to the floor, then punched him and they dropped him on the floor. And the only reason he got out of there was he used his glider and threw the nades at
Uh, Aunt May.
Aunt May. And then he didn't use any of his webs, I don't think, at all when he was fighting Green Goblin hand to hand combat. He was just beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, I think it's only when he pulled the wall down on him or
Yeah, right.
something.
Right. But yeah, I know what you're saying. They they could show him that he doesn't need. I mean, he's still using powers, but he doesn't need the webs. He just use
Yeah.
hand to hand. He is efficient in other ways.
Um, do you have anything major that we're missing?
I feel like I did, but I can't fucking think of it right now.
Okay. So you would you say that leading into Dooms, do you think that because at the end of the movie it says that Spider-Man will return? Do you think that meant that he's gonna be back in Doomsday, or you just think that means in the future? Because I think it's silly to just say Spider-Man will return. We know he's gonna return. He's the
Right.
biggest
Yeah.
fucking hero in the
He'll
franchise.
always return. You said, they could have a different Spider-Man for Doomsday, and then Tom Holland will come back for Secret Wars. That could happen.
That's true because they did say Spider-Man will return.
Yeah. Well,
So
they're not gonna say Tom
Tom
Holland's
Holland.
Spider-Man will return.
Oh, they could have said Peter One will return.
It's funny how he did mention Peter too. That was
Yeah.
funny.
I
Um,
liked when he freaked out. He's like trying to get the stuff up. He was like,
yeah.
ew, ew.
I think a different Spider-Man will be in Doomsday, and then he'll be in Secret Wars.
It's kind of disappointing because they're like building up his character.
I know.
We know how Toby's story kind of ended. Like
Hmm.
obviously he's settling down and he builds a family, like the one in Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. That's
Right.
how I feel that his story would finish off. Andrew, I feel like we could see a lot more out of him, but
It might be Andrew. He's been getting a lot of love since No Way Home came out. They may have
that's true.
decided just to use him instead because of how much attraction he's getting at the
I
moment.
kind of would like that more. I kind of feel like we should just leave Toby's story be.
Yeah.
He's kind of like completed his arc. Even though there was going to be a fourth movie, I don't think we needed a fourth movie,
Right.
you know?
Hmm.
So,
Oh, I do want to mention, like we said way earlier at the beginning about their use of Insomniac Spider-Man. Also, they took notes from like every Spider-Man too, especially Tasm. Like they did reuse Tasm's suits, which I thought was really funny. They
mm,
used the suit when he was sick with the
yeah,
sweatshirt and the hat and the scarf. That was
when he's
funny.
fighting Scorpion in the cold.
Yeah. And um they use his web swinging too. They did the POV, the first person of him swinging around New
Oh,
York
yeah,
City.
yeah,
They
yeah.
did that in Tasm as well. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. No, I think there was a lot of great cinematography in this movie.
That did callbacks to other Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
And in the prison, when he hops up onto the cage, he's in the exact same pose that he was in Spider-Man 1 in the wrestling
Oh,
match.
really? I didn't even realize
Yeah.
that. That's
So that's
funny.
yeah, that's cool that
What is it? What did you say? You're gonna kiss your boyfriend or something when you
yeah.
get home? Or your husband?
Yeah.
Confirm Spider-Man Tobey Maguire is homophobic.
Yeah. Yeah. So it did seem like they cared and they took notes from other things. It just seemed like they were backed into a corner of what they needed to do.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, overall I was pretty happy with the movie. I felt I I don't want to sound like I hated the movie. I felt like I had to force myself to like the movie after it finished in a way. I was kind
Um,
of like over hyped, like way too
yeah.
overhyped for this movie. People
Yeah,
were making it
crazy
sound like it was the second coming of Christ or something. It was like,
yeah, crazy score of 98% on for audience score. Like that is kind of wild.
yeah, I think I could see it getting like a 91. Like I think the critic score is
Yeah.
more accurate than the audience score, which usually isn't what I follow. So,
Which I kind of hate how the audience scores go because like we gave it around a 7, 7.5.
yeah,
So like if everybody gave that this movie a 7, the audience score would be like 70% and we'd consider that a failure. Seems like movies that are below like
90.
88% are like fucking failures.
I would say anything below a 90 is looked at as mid.
Yeah. But again, this is a fun movie. I will watch it many times when it comes out on digital.
I don't even know if I would rate any live action Spider-Man above a 90 personally.
Even Spider-Man 2, your favorite one, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think anything has truly captured Spider-Man from like my favorite is the animated series. Like a few
Yeah.
of the animated series I love. Um, I just don't feel like anything has had the perfect Spider-Man yet.
Mm,
So I don't know. I don't know if we'll get that with Tom Holland or we'll get that with Miles or a brand new actor playing the role in 15 years from now.
yeah.
So we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, I wanted to add something that it's another TASM 2 problem. They did it again. You're probably gonna realize what I'm saying as I'm talking. In TASM 2, at the very beginning, he's fucking around with Rhino, and he swings away, and Rhino clearly crashes through cars and blows some shit up, killing people. In this movie, when Jean Grey takes control of a construction worker, she says some
Throws him in
final
front of the
line.
car.
Yeah, she says some final line, backs him up into the street, and he gets fucking hit by the car going 40 miles per hour. And Spider-Man, he swings away. He doesn't even do anything. He's gone.
True.
That's he
Yeah,
didn't
I
even
mean, they did
he didn't
show
even
him saving
acknowledge
the
it.
kid and stuff and everything when
Yeah,
she was crashing through there. So
but that's the
maybe
same
he
thing
just
as
assumed,
TASM.
oh, that guy's dead. There's nothing I can do about
That's the same thing
that.
as TASM 2 though. He saves the
Tasm
one
was a
person.
lot more worse though.
But I just think it's the fact that he saw someone get absolutely destroyed by a car and swings away in the same second.
Yeah,
He didn't even like check on him or anything.
yeah, I guess. Just wanted to move the plot along. Didn't really care about construction worker number 6.
They didn't even like they didn't even talk about it that much. Bro get hit by a car and then it's like,
He's just
oh
like, oh
that
shit.
yeah. And she's supposed to be some good person now. She that guy's dead.
Yeah. I mean, all the X-Men I feel have done some bad things at some point in time.
Yeah.
Like even Wolverine, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was in a bunch of wars and stuff. So
Right.
like that could be considered not right. Some of the wars he was in. I don't know exactly what wars he's in. Was he in the Civil War and
He
something
was
else?
he was in all the wars technically. Um since he was born.
Yeah.
But if I mean, Professor Xavier isn't really a bad guy. He doesn't really do anything that bad.
He makes streak lines on the floors wherever he goes that people have to clean up after him. That's pretty
Uh,
evil if you ask me.
what were you saying before? I had an idea when you were talking about it. What was it? Would you bring this up? Why'd you bring this up?
I thought you brought it up about all the X-Men have done something kind of evil. Or not evil,
Oh,
but wrong.
yes. I was gonna say, then you could argue like some heroes think some people are wrong for killing versus not killing.
Yeah.
So then that's like Logan kills all the time, Punisher
Logan
kills
kills
all the
everyone.
time. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, even the Hulk fucking smashes people in the trees. You see that in Incredible Hulk. He doesn't care. And I don't even say that guy in that movie was necessarily a bad guy, but that's off topic.
which one?
Uh,
Oh, an
well,
Incredible Hulk. He's
yeah,
just
he's
following
just going
orders.
after
Yeah,
the Hulk.
yeah, right.
So, but yeah. Uh, anything else you want to add?
You think Sadie Sinks to do a good job of Jean Grey?
Yeah. I was talking to some people and they just don't like her as an actor, I guess. So they made it seem like she was gonna suck in the movie, but I thought she did an amazing job.
Yeah,
I was like,
I've always liked her as an actor or
yeah, me too.
actress, I should say. Yeah,
So yeah, I was happy with her. I was happy with almost everyone's performance.
yeah,
I feel like Mark Ruffalo was like not in it as much as he
yeah.
should
He
have
also
been.
kind of seems like he was overacting after the fight scene when he was in the stretcher going into the ambulance. It kind of seems like out of
Yeah,
character the way he was acting.
because in the other movies, when he does something like that and actually hurts and kills people, he just like gets very depressed and he's like,
Right.
I gotta leave. I
Yeah.
gotta get out of here. And then she's like, where am I? Who am
Yeah.
I?
Right. Yeah. Do you,
But
they didn't focus on the I don't remember the head of this the damage control. They didn't really focus on him being that much of a bad guy. Kind of like, oh, he's bad, and then that's it.
yeah. I feel like they spent too much time uh with Jean Grey's backstory.
Hmm.
Um I don't know. I felt like they wasted a lot of the movie's runtime on
Oh my god.
silly things that they didn't need to waste it on, you know?
Right.
Like with Ned and all that. We could have got more of him being evil, like I said.
Hmm.
Or Mark Ruffalo's character, Bruce Banner, talking.
Yeah.
Something.
They should have They could have had multiple fight scenes with Hulk, but it's 2 minutes.
I mean, I like the part where Ned and Peter are building Legos together. I thought that was
Right.
sweet,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's like, did we need to see it? No, maybe a little
Right.
bit, but no.
Nah. Give him his Harry.
I gotta watch the movie again to form my 100% opinion, and
Mm-hmm.
then maybe I'm gonna add it into my Marvel tier list and see what I come up with in a year from now.
Okay.
But yeah, anything else, or are you
I'm all
good?
set, man.
Okay. Well, everyone, thank you for watching. You can check us out on YouTube. With I'm gonna mess this up so bad. I'm so tired. Sorry about this. You can watch us on YouTube with video. Can you do that on Apple or Spotify?
You actually can do it on Apple now, but we haven't switched it yet, so it's just Apple for audio, Spotify's video.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Watch us on there. You can check out the audio versions on Spotify and Apple. Or you can just, put us on YouTube and turn your screen off if you have YouTube Premium. You can do that as well.
Yeah, please give us our YouTube views.
Yeah, the YouTube videos are doing bad, but good on clips. Um, you can check out our clips on TikTok, Instagram. We don't do X yet. Um, Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
All being the Friends Without Benefits
Mm-hmm.
podcast. So we
Every day at
upload.
8 a.m.
Yes, I was going to say that, Jeremy.
Okay, just want to make
Did
sure.
did I say we upload every Thursday at 7 a.m.
Nope,
except
but
for
now you did.
today?
Now
Okay,
you did.
yeah, we do that. We do that. So thank you guys for watching. Tune in next week. Who knows what we'll be talking about? Maybe anime? Maybe?
We'll see.
All right. Thank you. Leave a like and subscribe for more. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.